Hi, so this time we are going to learn about the artifact registry. And artifact registry is a place to have our repositories saved, and this can be used for Docker images, npm packages, and the Maven packages as well. And it is scalable, can be accessed with IAM and interact with the repository via G-Cloud and Google Console. So we'll start working on this one. To have this feature used, first we have to enable this one. Since this tree has been enabled, so we'll create a we can create a separate repository. Next is it will store a Docker image, and we'll have a Docker. Then we can specify the region, US West 1, and that's all. And we can have this repository created. So in this repository, we can push the Docker custom image, which we can have for our development environment. So we'll simulate the same thing. We'll have this Docker file. Instead of Ubuntu, I'm going to use Python so that the image size should be small. So now I can see the Docker images. I'll just remove this one. We have Docker containers. Yeah, there's no Docker container there. There's no Docker image right now. So I can go ahead and create the Docker image. Docker build -t will give the path US West 1 Docker. Then we have tough space tough is 426.0.1.2 F0, and my repository is next is, and image is going to be next is version 1.0.0. Docker ps-a Docker images. Now this time I'm just going to run the image just to simulate whether it does what it is supposed to do. So it is working the way it is supposed to work. Now I can push this image. So this is what I was missing. I wasn't haven't configured the configure Docker for that particular region. So that's why I was getting an authentication failure. So now I did the push and it is working fine. So this is how we can create the image. We can push it to the repository. Here we have this particular image. Assume that this I don't have any image on this one. I'll delete this one. Docker images. Docker yes minus a I and is no image like this. I don't have any image. Now if I want to run this command to run, it will first fetch the image from the Google repository and then execute the command. So now if in here we see it fetched the image from the Google repository and then it performed the, so this is how we can use Google repository for publishing a Docker image, and there's a way using a Cloud Shell we can use. So I'll take the session in Cloud Shell and then I'll demonstrate. So our Cloud Shell machine has been spun up. So I'll just validate if Docker is installed or not. Docker is installed because Docker command is executing. So images Docker file. I'll just delete this one, this one. I'll use the small image. So I'll create Docker image build t sneaky version 1 1.0.0 build. We will see Docker images right now. We have this Docker image, Docker run minus rm, and I want to run sneaky. Sneaky 1.0.0. Snake says terminal. Now I perform the Docker push of sneaky. So I'll create a repository. Sneaky region is US was West one. Great. I'll build the image once again. Now I'll push it to the location, and I could successfully manage to push the image. Now this is my snaky, and let's take an example. If I don't have an image on my system, if I don't have any image and there's no container, and I want to fetch this image, how can I do it? I docker run. I want to run this image. It will first fetch the image, and then it will execute the image. So this is how we can make the use of artifact registry. Thank you.